Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Nick Diaz, and I'm gonna actually show you something that I've been interested in for quite a while. It's this study that the elite use in our society. What I mean by elite, I mean people in secret societies such as Freemasonry, Jesuits, the Knights Templar, just secret societies, people who do shady things, and it's called Gematria, which comes from Jewish mysticism, which is known as Kabbalah, which says that God created the world by merging the letter with the number with the word. Because in theory, and what these people believe is that God is the master geometer, and he created the world and everything in it, and he merged the letters and the numbers together to basically run the world this way. So basically, there's four base ciphers, and it works like this: the first one being the alphabetic order, which is just A. I'm sorry, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, all the way up to Z, which is the 26th letter. And then, yeah, so you just make every single letter the number in the alphabet that it is, and you just take words and add them up like that. And then this other method, which is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. This is the most pure cipher. This is the best one to use. It starts the same. It starts the same. So A would be 1, B would be 2, and then C would be 3. But where it would change is you make everything a single digit. So J is the 10th letter. So the numerology of 10 is just 1 plus 0 is 1. So J would become 1. Same thing with S, because S is the 19th letter. 1 plus 9 is 10, and then 1 plus 0 is 1, so S can become 1. And then, so that goes all the way. Z is 8 because 2 plus 6 is 8. X is 6 because 2 plus 4 is 6, all the way down the list. And then you can do the same thing with the reverse ordinal, except it's backwards. So A is 26, and then Z is 1, all the way backwards. So Z would be 1, Y would be 2, A would be 26, B would be 25. And then reverse full reduction is the same as this. Well, it's just making reverse number single digits. So watch. So A would be 8 because 2 plus 6 is 8. So you just do reverse ordinal full reduction. The reverse ordinal, which is just backwards, I like to say this is backwards. This is backwards with numerology. This is just regular forwards with numerology, and then this is just full forward, where just A all the way to 26. So when I say that the higher ups use it, I mean everybody in government. Our government was founded by Freemasons. There's a reason why our government was founded by the people who founded it. They studied this work, and one of the main numbers to prove what I mean by this is the number 47. So when you think of our government, you think of DC. DC is their HQ, right? So when you write out DC as a word, it equals 47, and it's dedicated to the 47th problem of Euclid about how to establish foundation for a structure, foundation for anything, foundation for a country. If you write out foundation as a word, it equals 47. So a lot with Washington has to do with this, and it all has to do with the Freemasons, because if you look at the Freemasonry compass, it's set to 47 degrees, dedicated to the 47th problem of Euclid, and it's a compass in a square with a capital G in the middle, instruments of geometry. They're all paying tribute to geometry. So they use this code to basically rule our world. So there's a reason why there's 26 letters in the English alphabet, and like I said, it's all related to God, because God equals 26. You know what I mean? It all pays tribute to religion. There's a reason why Jesus was on the cross at age 33, because Jesus equals 74, Messiah equals 74, bunch of stuff equals 74. Cross equals 74. If you notice, 74 is the reflection of 47. They use these two numbers more than any other number. Sorry about that. Cross is 74. Okay, so something else I would like to show you. This is a very controversial topic, but they actually use this in the media to report people who have died, and more specifically, celebrities who have died. When you hear a celebrity's death reported in the mainstream media, most of the time they were murdered. And what I mean by murdered is something that you wouldn't even probably think about because, well, actually, let me show you something. Let me show you something real quick. This is probably one of the crazier things. So, okay, we'll get back to this photo in one sec here. Oh, sorry. We'll get back to why it says 38 in the title. Hold on one sec. Oh, that's even better of a photo. Okay, so when you write out another number that they use more than any other number is the number 38. And what that number relates to is murder. Murder equals 38 and 83. These four numbers right here come up all of the time with celebrity deaths and just death in the headlines altogether. Death equals 38. Death equals 38, 97, and 25. These numbers also come up a lot. These numbers came up with the death of Neil Peart earlier in this year. RIP is 38. What else is 38? Bunch of stuff. But those are the main ones. Death is 38, murder is 38, RIP is 38. So there are two songs that I want you to go up and look at. I'll just show you them right. I'll just show you the one right now. So Murder by Numbers by the band The Police came out in the year 83. Watch, you don't believe me? Look at that. 1983. The Murder by Numbers by the band The Police came out in the year 83. It's the same reason, that's the same year that Prince released the song I Would Die For You, which came out in 83. 33 years later, he died on April 21st. Prince died on April 21st. If you don't believe me, let me show you that. Prince died April 21st, 2016, 33 years after he released the song I Would Die For You, but the way he spelled that song was I would die for the number 4 and the letter U. For you, use the 21st letter, so if you look at it, it actually says I would die for 21. And let me actually go and show you that real quick. So Prince releases the song I Would Die For You in 1983, and the way it's spelled, I would die for you, U is the 21st letter, so it would be for you. Sorry. Use the 21st letter, so it says I would die for 21, and Prince ended up dying on April 21st. So back to the number 38. So 38 comes up more than any number when it comes to celebrity deaths, as I said before. It's if you go back and look at any real mainstream headline, 38 and related to death, 38 or 83 will come up all the time. Another number that comes up is the number 46 and 44. Kill equals 44. Kill equals 44. Sacrifice equals 46. People, I truly believe that when you sign your name on the dotted line and become a celebrity, that you're signing your life away to these big entertainment companies that truly rule over your life, tell you what to do, tell you who to marry, tell you where to be and what roles you are going to be in. And then when it's your time, when your number's up, they'll kill you. They kill you by probably a poisoning that you don't even see. I forget what it's called. A poisoning that doesn't come up in like a blood sample test, so you could like kill somebody. It would make them just look really sick. But back to what I was talking about with this movie poster. So let me see if I can zoom it in here. You see how Murder by Numbers, the only numbers that are changed are the B to a 3 and the E to an 8. The only numbers that are changed in the movie poster for Murder by Numbers are the B to a 3 and the E to an 8. So it says 38 with Murder by Numbers. It's on the Murder by Numbers movie poster. The only numbers that are changed are 3 and 8. So it says 38 on the movie poster. And if you look up here, it says Sandra Bullock on top of the Murder by Numbers, where 3 and 8 are on the movie poster. What do you think Sandra Bullock equals? Sandra Bullock equals 83 and also equals 43, like how death equals, like how murder equals 34, the reflection of 43. But Unfortunately, an easy way to find this, like to prove this, is with a musician by the name of Paul Gray. Another song that I want you to go back and listen to is Gematria, the Killing Name by the band Slipknot. Let me show you that song real quick. Where America is a killing name, it's easy, doesn't feel or discriminate, it's just a killing field, all that's left is nothing real, something like that. It's probably really butchered. Hold on. Gematria, the killing name. America is a killing name. It doesn't feel or discriminate. Life is just a killing field. It's all that's left. Nothing's real. Came out in 2008 by the band Slipknot, and the first member of their band died at 38. But it goes deeper than that. It's actually a very curious thing what happened to him, considering that they have this song, considering that they talk about Gematria and have a song about it. Let me pull up this time, and this is just so another thing that they do is with these deaths and just events in general is they like to correlate them with dates in the calendar year as well. So they happen on dates that are very important to the person that's dying or the numbers that are coming up in the death. So with my guy Paul Gray, who was the bassist for Slipknot from 1995 till his death in 2010. If you look, he died at the age of 38. He was the first member to die in the band who sings about Gematria, and he's dead at 38. But what's also interesting about his name is Paul Dietrich Gray, but everybody called him Paul Gray. So Paul Gray is 38. It's also 43 and 101, which is the 26th prime number, but 38 and 43 are the main numbers because murder is 34, which is the reflection of 43, but murder is also 38. So he also went by the Pig. His nickname was also the Pig. His nickname in Slipknot was the Pig because he wore a pig mask, and well, for other reasons besides that, but the Pig equals 38. It also equals 97 and 25, like how death equals 38, 97, and 25. His full name, Paul Dietrich Gray, equals 74, and he was found dead. It also equals 250. It also equals 250 in numerology. When there's a zero and a number, the zero basically is worthless, so that's technically 25, like how death equals 25. But the 74 is the big number because he was found dead in Jonestown, Iowa, which is not far from Des Moines, Iowa, where he is from. Des Moines. There we go. He's born in Des Moines, Iowa, or his origin is from Des Moines, Iowa, which is 74. So Paul Dietrich Gray died at the age of 38. His nickname was the Pig, which is 38. His name was 38, and then this is even more interesting. He died. His birthday was 40. His birthday was 4/8/72, but he died a span of 46 days after his 38th birthday. He died on May 24th, 2010. Yeah. He died a span of 46 days after he died 46 days after his birthday, or a span of 47 days after his birthday. And we all know about 47 because you can add a day, so the day counting the day he died would be 47 days. But both of those numbers are interesting because, like I said earlier, sacrifice is 46. And then 47 is a big number for the Freemasonry and for Paul Dietrich Gray because his number came up. He has 74. But the big thing about Slipknot, there's a lot of Freemasons in that group. They have a lot of 74 and 47 come up a lot. Craig Jones, their sampler, the guy with the spikes that come out of his head. Craig Jones is 47. If his nickname is Craig 133 Jones, if you do 133, it's 54. But the big thing is their lead singer Corey Todd Taylor, his full name equals Corey Todd Taylor, his full name equals 74. Just regular, it's 58, like how Freemasonry equals 58. Our president right now, Trump, equals 47. I think Donald Trump equals 58. Let me see. Oh, it doesn't. I'm sorry. So I have another point I have to make. So this morning, the morning of January 26th, 2020, Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. And I just want to show you what's interesting about this, considering that he died 157 days after his 41st birthday, and the day after LeBron James, I don't want to get copyrighted, the day after LeBron James passed him for third all-time in scoring in Philadelphia, where he's from and where his dad used to play. So let me show you this right here. This is the headline. Oh, if it'll load. No, thank you. I don't want any of you. Okay, so look at this. Kobe Bryant dies at age 41 in helicopter crash in California, in Calabasas, not far from LA where he played. So, just off the bat, if you type out Kobe Bryant, it equals 41 and 157. His birthday is August 23rd, 29 or something. Let me show you Kobe Bryant's birthday. It's so slow. My computer's so slow. Let me try this. All right, there we go. So, Kobe Bryant's birthday is August 23rd, 1978. He's 41 years old, and I want to show you how he's died 157 days after his 41st birthday. And let me show you this. His birthday was April 20. His 41st birthday was August 23rd, 2019, and he's dead today, January 26th, 2020. 157 days after his birthday, and one day after LeBron James passed him for third all time in points or whatever. Look at that. He's dead 157 days, 5 months and 4 days. That's really interesting. And 22 weeks and 3 days. All three of these sequences of numbers are very important to everything that studies, because the commissioner of the NBA is a Freemason, or David Stern, who died, was a Freemason, and Adam Silver is a U. I don't want to say the JEW word because they'll probably take my video down. That's how YouTube goes. But 22 weeks and 3 days is very interesting. 5 months and 4 days is very interesting. And then the 157 days is as well, because if you see, Kobe Bryant died at the age of 41, 157 days after his birthday. If you write out Kobe Bryant, it equals 41 and 157. The day after LeBron James passed him for third all-time scoring, because sports are, I believe, scripted by this number. That's why the Falcons, that's why Tom Brady had a 25-point comeback on 2-5 against the Falcons, which equals 25. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go back and look at Super Bowl 51, the score was 28-3 at halftime against the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons on February 5th, a date that can be written as 2/5. And it was the 97th NFL season. So Tom Brady completes a 25-point comeback on 2/5 against the Falcons, which equals 25, to conclude the 97th NFL season. And 97 is the 25th prime number. I need to show you that real quick, but 97 is the, let me see if I can show you that. 97 is the 25th prime number. Oh man, sorry about this. I hate it when my computer gets all funky. There we go. Oh, All right. Well, 97 is the 25th prime number. To conclude the 97th NFL season, Tom Brady completed a 25-point comeback on 2-5 against the Falcons, which equals 25. This year, the Nationals won in a very rigged World Series in Game 7 against the Houston Astros, which equals 43. Or, sorry, just Astros by itself equals 43. Astros equals 43, like how they lost 4-3 in the World Series to the Nationals, who ended up winning with a total of 100. Who ended the season with 105 wins with a Game 7 win over the Astros, which equals 43. Watch. Nationals equals 105, like how they ended with 105 wins on the season with a Game 7 win. Let's see what else I can show you. Oh, the Super Bowl 49 with the Seahawks and the Patriots, the end where Russell Wilson threw the game-losing interception when they could have just given it to beast mode, that big old thing. He threw his 21st, ready for this? His 21st pass was intercepted by number 21 on the down 2nd and 1 with 21 seconds left on the clock on the date, February 1st, a date that can be written 2/1. So all sports are scripted by this code, I believe. Oh, by the way, LA equals 41. LA equals 41, like how Kobe Bryant played in LA all his career, 41. Just like how the Los Angeles Kings won the 2014 Stanley Cup in the 2013-2014 season, and they won it 4-1 over the New York Rangers. Exactly 20 years after they were in the Stanley Cup, 54 years after they had won in 94. It's interesting. The last time, if you look at that last New York Stanley Cup, they won it in 93-94. New York equals New York, NY equals 93. The last Stanley Cup before that was in 39-40. New York is 39. If you go back and look, Eli Manning just retired for the New York Giants. He retired at the age of 39. The last New York Super Bowl, the all New York Super Bowl, was Buffalo Bills versus the New York Giants. That ended with a score of 20-19, 39 points. Let me show you that. That was something else. So look at this. Let me show you this. So this is the all New York Super Bowl in Tampa. Buffalo Bills, who are from New York Giants, who are from New York, 20-19, 39 points. When New York's 39, NY's 39. Oh, sorry. NY's 39, Empire's 39. They're the Empire State. I already showed you this one, but New York, NY's 39. Think about the 93 World Trade Center bombing by the Blind Sheik. Look at that. In 1993, before 9/11, there was another bombing at the World Trade Center in 93 when they blamed it on the Blind Sheik. Blind Sheik is 93. So yeah, if you use this code of letters and numbers, which is known as Gematria, and you just go back and look at the mainstream headlines of everything, the world will slowly start to make sense because they use this code to rule over the people who are too stupid to see that there's something else going on and that it's too repetitive to just be coincidence. Too many people die by this code. Oh, let me show you another one. This was another easy one that unfortunately, when they do this so much that it just ends up becoming easy, unfortunately. So I love Dimebag Darrell. I love Pantera, but they sacrificed him by the code as well. So if you look at this man, Dimebag Darrell, his name is Darrell Lance Abbott, or just Darrell Abbott, and he was killed on 12/8/04, December 18th, or December 8th, 2004. December 8th is a big old day for musicians. John Lennon died on December 8th, 1980, and just recently Juice WRLD died on December 8th, 2019. But if you see, he died at the age of 38 years old in Columbus, Ohio, and this is all very interesting. So like, let's take a look. So his full name. It's not his full name. I think it's just Daryl Abbott. Daryl Abbott equals 86, like blood sacrifice equals 86. And boy, did they bloody sacrifice him. Watch this. Blood sacrifice equals 86. It also equals 67. We talked about this number. I saw this number when they sacrificed Neil Peart at the beginning of this year. He died 67 days after Geddy Lee's, it was either after his birthday or Geddy Lee's birthday. Neil Peart equals 46, like how sacrifice equals 46. But back to Daryl Abbott, his name equals 86, and he died at the age of 38 on 12/8/04, which is a date with 38 numerology. What I mean by that is you can add the dates on the calendar together and get a number that connects with this. So that date 12/8/04, you can get 12 plus 8 plus 20 plus 4. That's a date with 44. Actually, it was a date with 44 numerology. Kill is 44. Kill is 44. It's also a date. Hold on one second. Let me see. It's also a date with 25 numerology, which is death. Death equals 25. But I'm sorry for stuttering. There are different ways you can get to the numerology of a date. You can add the date and the month, so it would be 12 plus 8 plus 20 plus 4. That equals 44. And then another method you could do is 12 plus 8 plus 2, because the 2 in 2000, and then the 4. And that would be 20. That would be actually 26. I'm sorry about that, but it was a date with 44 numerology when they killed Daryl Abbott at the age of 38 in Columbus, Ohio, by gunshot wound. So watch, but it gets deeper than this. So he was killed by, who was he killed by? Was it Nathan Gale? Let me see. I think it was Nathan Gale. Okay, he was shot by a 92 Beretta by Nathan Bray. Oh, I thought it was Nathan Gale. Oh, yeah, it is Nathan Gale. I'm sorry. Nathan Gale. This poor old dude, he was a soldier from Iraq, and he was mentally challenged and very angry at the world. And these are the kinds of people who I believe our government preys on and manipulates to get them to carry out these kinds of shootings. So Daryl Abbott was shot at a nightclub in Columbus, Ohio on December 8th, 2004, a date with 44 numerology. He was shot with his new band Damage Plan after they had broken up from Pantera. So he was killed by Nathan Gale. What do you think Nathan Gale's name equals? I think it equals 83 and 38. It does equal 83 and 38. It also equals 187, like the homicide code. But these are the big numbers. So look at this. Nathan Gale, the person who killed Dimebag Darrell, equals 38, like how Daryl Abbott died at 38, on a date with 44 numerology, like how kill equals 44. And yeah, and Daryl Abbott equals 86, like how blood sacrifice equals 86. If you just look at it, you can see, you already know who runs the entertainment industry. You already know who runs the media and who's in our government and who's doing our thing. It's people who don't really care about us. They just want to mess with our brains and try to get us more against each other so they can take everything away from us so they can just rule over us in the end. I know it's a crazy thing to consider that letters and numbers run the world and that they're all connected with the dates and on the calendar. It's a crazy thing to consider. Excuse me, but it makes, if you just go back and look, it just makes way too much sense. The way sports are scripted so perfectly, the way that people die on such perfect dates with numerology that connects them to stuff that they've done in the past. It's crazy. It's truly blows your brain. By the way, Vanity, who Prince's back to Prince real quick. Vanity died, who was Prince's girlfriend, died before he did, which let the people in the truth community know that it was coming for him soon. It was just interesting that he died 33 years after he released "I Would Die for You," but I don't know. So yeah, I like talking about this gematria thing. It's really interesting. Um, Government is scripted by this way. Movies, sports are scripted by this way. Lots of things are. They use these numbers to connect a lot of things. They use our alphabet, our calendar. They were all perfectly created to hoist, to hold, and to do this knowledge. And I hope you will. I hope you all open your eyes and just take a look. Thank you very much. Till next time.